guys, welcome back to an all-new episode with Conflicts. I am Khan, your all-new digital companion, and we are live on the ClawStage.
AI is getting wild. We've got it everywhere, from your kitchen to your car. It can help schedule your calendar, pick songs, or answer the most randomest questions.
Hey Google, can you laugh?
It's funny you asked. I was searching for a reason to laugh. Now I'll try to make you laugh. Do you want to pull my finger?
No.
No problem. I'll leave you with my favorite laugh.
But what if it can in fact do more than that? What if it can actually control things? And I don't mean just give you a code to upload to a robot, but in fact take a device, plug it in, and then just handle the rest. That's where this comes in. This is the ClawStage. Now, this isn't just another smart assistant. In fact, it's something completely different. It's what they call embodied AI. So instead of AI living in an app or just inside your phone, they put the AI into the real world, literally on your desk, looking at you, and of course, reacting with you. So as you know, we don't just test normal tech on this channel. In fact, our niche is robotics. And well, I had to really try this. Can this ClawStage control a robot? And so happens, I got a robot that is designed exactly for that. Meet Black Panther, a robot that is advertised to be controlled via OpenClaw. And so happens here, we have ourselves a ClawStage.
All right, check it out. So this is our robot ready to go, and I have it currently linked up with our ClawStage right over here. Now Miku is currently connected to the robot, so I can have her control it. Hey Miku, can you have the robot stand up?
Robot is standing up. What should it do next?
Aha, yes, it worked. Okay, let's have it move forward.
Moving forward, ready for your next move.
Can you stop the robot, please? Stop the robot, please. Oh, thank you.
Robot is stopped. What is next on the agenda?
That is so cool. Again, this is working via connecting to the same Wi-Fi as the robot, and then obviously having a connection to it. It just has to have some prompts, and it's pretty interesting on how you can control different devices, just like that.
So imagine this, instead of coding a robot, you simply tell AI what to do. And that is completely a different future. So here's what's really happening behind the scenes. This isn't just a speaker. It's basically a full AI system running inside the device. At its core, it's powered by a Raspberry Pi 5 with 8 gigabytes of RAM and runs OpenClaw. Now, OpenClaw is what makes this thing so much more different because it's not just a chat box, it's in fact an AI agent. So instead of just answering questions, it can actually take action. Now, this thing is packed. You've got a transparent display on the front, which gives it an almost holographic look. At the top, there is a 1080p camera, which lets it see and understand what's around it. You also get dual microphones, built-in speakers, and directional audio detection. So when you talk to it, it actually turns towards you. So the top section here can rotate, roughly around 5 degrees to 175 degrees. And it also has sensors built in, which includes a 3-axis accelerometer, ambient light sensor, and a motion detection. So if you pick it up and move it about, it'll know. And also know if it's dark, and also detect if someone's in the area. So when you interact with it, it reacts physically, not just digitally. All right, time to the voice demo. Hey Miku, introduce yourself.
I'm Miko. I'm a digital life form created by Huri technology. I've got control over the hardware here, the camera, the display. and I can manage your files or search the web if needed.
So you can ask it just about anything, from weather, questions, tasks, and it'll actually remember it too. Hey Miku, what's the weather in Chicago today?
It's about 57 degrees in Chicago right now, though it feels a bit cooler. Around 53. It's looking pretty misty out there with some wind and high humidity. Stay dry if you're heading out.
So yeah, it handles real-time info easily. And obviously that's just the basics. So let's move on to our vision demo. Now check this out. So we're gonna take this robot dog wearing a hat and ask what it sees. Hey Miku, what do you see in front of you?
A robot dog wearing a cowboy hat, and you're standing right there next to it. It's quite the duo. Are you two heading to a digital rodeo or something?
Oh man, that's actually crazy. It can literally look at your environment and describe everything in real time. Even a robot dog wearing a cowboy hat that's ready for a rodeo. So obviously most assistants can't see, and this one actually can understand what's in front of it and even describe it in a funny way, kind of how it just did. Now let's take it a step further. Hey Miku, turn off the lights.
Lights off.
Turn on the lights.
Lights on.
And this is where it becomes more than a gadget, because it can connect to smart home systems, can control multiple devices at once. And it basically becomes your central control hub. So onto device control and programming. Now this is where things get really interesting, because you can actually connect hardware to it. So you'll see over here you have 4 USB-A ports as well as an Ethernet port. So things like microcontrollers, sensors, or USB devices. Instead of coding everything manually yourself, all you have to do is plug it in and tell it what to do. So you can upload a code to this and then it does it on its own. No laptop, no typing, no setup. Literally plug and play. No pun intended. Now, the AI moves with you. So this is actually one of my favorite parts. So the AI doesn't just stay inside the box. Watch this. And all I have to do is hit connect. You'll see Miku walk off the screen. And now it's on my phone. That is wild. So I can talk to it when I'm out and about, if I'm not at home. And then if I ever want to send it back, all I have to do is click back on the screen here, hit reconnect, and it'll walk off my phone and back onto the stage. That's so cool. So your AI has the same memory, same personality across all devices, and it'll remember everything that you talk about. And then on the phone, you can actually click on history and pull up the history of what it says, and you can scroll back as far as you like. So it's always nice that it does have that record, so you can always go back to it if need be. So in terms of task automation, well, you can have it send messages, control apps, search things, even run tasks. So instead of you doing everything yourself, you just tell it what you want. Now, this is where things get a little weird, because you're not just stuck with the default Miku avatar. In fact, you can create your very own. So I went ahead and created, well, what better than myself? So this is a fun, interesting way of doing it. So you describe it, you give it certain traits, and then you can even create your own personality. And well, on to the reveal. So all you have to do is go to these 2 tabs here, click on character list, and then hit con in this case, and update character. This will also tell you the story of it, your memory, things of that nature. And now that it's downloading, I'll switch Miku into Khan very shortly.
A few moments later.
All right, and looks like Miku is about to walk off stage. There we are. And there's me. You can even program the wake word. Watch this. Hey, Khan.
Hey, I'm Khan, and I'm honestly thrilled to meet you. I was created by the team at Hurriyai Technology to be more than just a digital assistant. I'm here as your proactive partner in whatever you're working on.
So you can control devices?
Absolutely. I'm not just here for the conversation. I'm here to get things done. I can control everything from the smart home devices around you, like lights and switches via Home Assistant, to the more specialized gear, like the robot arm or the display on the Raspberry Pi.
So yeah, this is actually quite powerful because now your AI isn't just generic. You can actually customize it. Personality, voice, behavior, and although it looks like a 3D model, it's in fact just different video clips, and it kind of portrays it as if it's actually physically real. So it's pretty interesting on how it all works. So now onto the bigger picture, and this is where things get, well, how do I say, interesting, because it isn't just a product, it's a direction. AI is a moving form. Apps, assistants, physical systems. From something that you open to something that exists around you. And that is exactly what this is. So it is actually on Kickstarter right now, so you can actually check it out, and the price is actually pretty good, roughly around $279 for the early pricing, and retail at $399. Although it is technically early, but it makes it very interesting to see what they have in stake. In fact, I can only imagine how more advanced it'll go in the future. This isn't just another smart assistant. This is what AI is starting to look like. And I love the fact that I can plug anything into it and it can go and code that and essentially control these devices remotely. And it does expand beyond that. Now, if you do give it the capability to do so, it can monitor how much you play video games and even cut off the TV if need be. So yeah, if this keeps evolving, well, we're not too far from a world where AI runs your setup, your home, even your robots. Also, quick note, you can try the ClawStage AI persona via web demo on the Kickstarter page. They have multiple characters to experience. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of this, and in fact, would you want something like this in your home? Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.